Hello everyone, welcome to AHMED TV, also known as the other side of the story. What I want to talk about today is no other thing than politics, because when it comes to politics, I feel so excited because it is booming and it is happening. We know that our presidential election in Nigeria is taking place next month, 25th of February 2023, which is this year. And everybody is campaigning very seriously, and this campaign has been on, and we know that a lot of water has gone through the bridge. People are now trying to dig out everything that they can dig out in order just to make sure that they put their opponent down. That notwithstanding, we know where we stand, because I know many people have made up their mind whom they want to vote for. But there are categories of people that should not be voted for, because we know this right from the beginning. People who you don't need to vote for people who don't regard you, people who don't have passion for this country, people who have been there before and they did not deliver, and people who have just they don't have regard. They are very corrupt. We know from the beginning that these are corrupt people. They have been corrupt right from the beginning. They've been there before. They've been corrupt before. They are very weak. There's nothing they can do. So these are people that you don't need to vote for. But in all, I will have to itemize the categories of people that we do not need as our president in this country. Because, a fool for, as I always say, a fool of 40 is a fool forever. It is time to grow. Nigerians have to grow. There are some people, they're also very weak. They can't decide for themselves. They feel it very difficult they find it very difficult to decide for themselves, because even when they are taking the wrong side, the wrong decision, but they just want to stay there because they feel that it's a very big problem for them to decide. But it's no brainer. People can make good decision to liberate, his or her people. We can make a good decision. We can take further steps to make sure that we correct things that have been wrong for the past 62 years of independence. But I tell you now, the people you cannot vote for. I tell you, you cannot vote for candidates who have been charged or who have been investigated for drug trafficking. You can't vote for them because, when one finger touches oil, it touches all other fingers. These are people that have been, they have been robbed with this stain. They have been stained with this investigation. They have been investigated for, for pushing drugs. And anybody that has been investigated in this form shouldn't be our president. On no account, it shouldn't be a Nigerian president. Or no, they shouldn't. This is why I continue to say that some people will not even qualify. Some of these aspirants, they will not even qualify to register to become Nigerian president. I continue to say it, and there's no saying. I will never hide my face from saying that. Do not vote for people like that. You don't need to vote for people like that. There are people also with a very dark past. We know what happened at Lekki toll gate during the SARS protest. The youth, Nigerian youth were massacred. They were killed, they were slaughtered. Up to today, nothing is done to it, because we know how this thing was planned. We know what happened there, and we know how this massacre took place. Such people, is it those such people you want to vote for? You can't vote for such people and not have a sleepless night. These are not the right people, because if you vote for them, what is going to happen is that they're going to kill you again. They will plan, they will kill you. The army, they will use the army to slaughter you. They slaughter your children. They slaughter the youth, and nothing is going to happen. So these are the kind of people you don't need to vote for. A word is enough for the wise. You don't need to vote for this category of people, because they're going to do it again. Another category of people you don't need to vote for are those people who don't regard you. They don't regard you at all, because these people, because what they say is that it is their turn. They have to be president, no matter at all cost. They don't regard you. You don't have no passion for you. They don't even care whether you exist. So you don't need to vote for such people, because from what they say, you can see that these aspirants, these presidential aspirants or candidates, they have no regard for human beings. They don't have regard for people, mostly the poor. They have no regard because if you do not belong to their category, invariably, you are not regarded. So that is why we don't need to vote for this category of people. There's also a category of people, aspirants, we don't need to vote for. Those people that are religious bigots, you don't need to vote for them because from what people say, you know that they are religious bigots. They are. How can you want to vote for a party that is running Muslim tickets? No, because Nigeria is one country. We have Muslims, we have Christians. Where Nigeria is a unified country, so it shouldn't go one way. Vote for that party that has Muslim Christians or Christian Muslim candidate. That is the one you need to vote for. It's not the one that just running Muslim ticket because Nigeria is not only made up of Muslims. We are made up of, Nigeria is a secular country when it comes to religion. We have Christians, we have Muslims, we have other religious groups as well. For a party to be running that kind of Muslim ticket, so it's totally out of place. So you don't need to vote for that group of people. And there's another group you don't need to vote for. This is the group that they are not honest. Even knowing even their age is a problem. You know, finding out their age is a problem. These are the people because they are dishonest. Right? Just to start with, when a particular candidate is dishonest, why do you want to vote for such candidate? Because if you vote for such candidate, what you are going to get is dishonesty, and everybody will not become this thing of lies. People will not be telling lies, just like a father telling lying before the children. Wow, you want the children to copy you, and they continue to lie. So these people, these are dishonest people. They are not dishonest because even their ages is some of them. You know, some of them, their ages are not known. You know, you don't vote for people in this category. These are the category of people you don't vote for. On the other hand, there's other people that you don't need to vote for. These people, they are very corrupt right from the beginning. The party level, they are corrupt. State level, they are corrupt. Even when they were there before, it's corruption all the way. You know, even recently, there was an aid coming out to come and show that level of corruption, even with video and audio and everything, trying to say what happened. So these are the kind of people you don't need to vote for this kind because when there is corruption in the land, that country can never thrive. And that corruption has weighed Nigeria down for many years. That is where we are, in the place we are now. We can't tolerate this anymore. We can't go for this anymore. It's not possible. It's not possible. So this corruption must stop. So that is why you don't need to vote for this category of people because they are going to continue that act of corruption. You don't need to vote for people who have been there before, like who have been VP. Yeah, they have been in a vice president position. But what did they do? All they did was to sell all our national infrastructures. They sold them to foreigners. Some were sold within and some were sold to their relatives. They were biased and they just come, they deceive us. We are being deluded because maybe some people have upper hands. The government is for everybody. The government of Nigeria is for you and I. It does not belong to one person. So for somebody to just come because maybe they are at the helm of their affairs and they start selling our infrastructures. Look at many things, many companies that were existing in Nigeria before, they don't belong to Nigeria anymore. Look at NEPA, for instance, sold out. So we don't have these things anymore. So this is why you don't need to vote for people in these categories. Let us shine our eyes. It's time we have to shine our eyes because if we make this mistake again, it is going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very, very tough. You know, let me just look at. Let me tell us one thing. One reason we have to consider age. You know, one reason we have to consider age in this election is that, you know, it's going to tell on Nigerians when this person is elected as a president. Look at what happened to the president of Cameroon Paul Biya. You know, the president of Cameroon is about, it's almost 41 years old in that presidency as a president. You know, he was elected in 1982, I think so, in 1982, he was elected as the president of Cameroon. And up to now, he's still the president. Many of you saw what happened at this African American conference or Congress lately. What happened there? He couldn't he was called to deliver. He couldn't deliver his speech. He didn't even know where he was. You know, like just like somebody suffering from dementia. Because how can, and at the moment, I'm sure this president Paul Biya is about 90 years. To be specific, I think it's 89 years. How can somebody who is almost 90 years still be the head of the affairs, the president of a country? How could that be? And he just went there that day in this African American Congress. He went there, and you know, he went to disgrace himself because he couldn't even know. He was called to come and deliver his speech, but he couldn't do anything. He couldn't manage it anymore. He didn't know where he was. This is so barbaric. This is disgraceful, and this is what we do not want to witness at all in Africa. You know, it is not good. Look at the president of South Sudan. Yeah, as Savia Kia, the president of South Sudan. Last time, you know, we saw him. He weighed on his trouser. You know, I know that he's around 71 years old, but he's been there since about 11 years or about 12 years, because he ascended the throne 2011, and up to now he's still the president of South Sudan. Why is it that when they are old they cannot quit? That is the question. Why is that? Because if we bring in another president now who is already old, some are 76 years, some said they are 70 years old. If we bring them now, how long are they going to rule? How long? You know, some of them are very weak, which is very obvious. There are some, even when they are in their political rally, they are being guided. So there's 3 people standing here and the other 3 people standing there, and they are guiding him. They are guiding them. So is that the people you want to vote for? These are categories of people you don't need to vote for at all. The category of people we need to vote for are people that have that excellence. People with excellence, people with integrity, people that knows the future of Nigeria, people that are politically and economically oriented, people that have that economic acumen to develop the country, people that have foresight. Those are the people that you need to vote for. And we know all these people. We know all these people that you need to vote for, because I don't just want to, I don't want to just, you know, put us in a state of a difficult situation in making our choice. I know that some of us have already made our choice, but you have to shine your eyes. You have to shine your eyes, because among all these candidates, the one that stands out is PETER Obi for Labour Party. Let me be clear, because I always emphasize that. This is what I always stress out. I have to stress it, because so that now that the election is just at the corner, at the door, the election is just at the corner. People shouldn't make that mistake. If you know you have another candidate in mind, you just go and revise it, because the best person for that position that all of us will not regret it is PETER Obi and his running mate Datti Ahmed Yusuf. Those are the people we need to vote for. We need to vote for Labour. No other candidate, because if you look at age, PETER Obi is just 61 years. All other candidates, they are older. And if you look at what they are saying, you know, what is coming out, you can see that some of them are already missing words, using words of malapropisms. They are missing words. They are miscalculating. Some of them don't even know what they are doing. So if these obvious signs are there for us, why are we so oblivious to make the right choice? That is my question. Why are we so? Because some of us, I think we are so deluded, we are so brainwashed, we are so blinded by what others tell us, by what our colleagues tell us, by what we hear from other people. But we know the truth that this thing cannot work. We know the truth that these people are not capable. But we still come out. We are just fanning, we are drumming and doing in ignorance. Why are we doing that? And tomorrow, we will be the first one to say that the country is not good. We'll be the first one to blame them, to blame these the politicians. It is one thing is to write a manifesto. The second thing is to make sure that this manifesto is realized. How many of them are realizing their manifestos, even in Nigeria or in Africa? Many of them, they don't. They just talk and talk and talk. They talk jargons. At the end, they don't do anything. So that is why, fellow Nigerians, that we need to really shine our eyes and make sure that we vote for the right person. Let us vote for Peter Obi. Peter Obi can do it. He has integrity. He has the passion. He's a political man by excellence. The same thing with his running mate, Datti Yusuf. These people, they have the intelligence. They went to school. They stand out in many things. That is why Peter Obi will say anytime he says anything, he will say, go and verify. He's talking about his pedigree. But if you look at other ones, look at their pedigree. They have nothing to show for it. They have nothing to show for it. You see, they don't have anything. So that is why, I just encourage us, if you have not made up your mind, go and collect your PVC and make sure you make your right decision. Vote for Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the right person to be the next president of Nigeria. And this one will augur all of us well in that country. Things will change. Things will change. Nigeria will move from consumption level to production level. There will be economic growth. There will be enough food for people to eat. And there will be employment for our youth. There will be no more as strike. Peter Obi is going to take care of everything. These leakages, this corruption, Peter Obi is going to stop all these things. And Nigeria is going to be a booming country, I bet you. But only when you do your best, only when you do your own part of it, by going to the poll and vote for Peter Obi. Thank you. Don't forget, this is AHMED TV. Bye.